here for this item. Do we have anybody online?
No, never mind. It didn't go.
Double click on the left side. Okay. I do not believe we have anyone.
Okay.
Can you
Environmental health.
so that we can
Yeah,
see?
I've got a question.
Okay.
I couldn't get a map of this. There's this printout of a scan and I can't read it. So I genuinely am not sure where the land is being transferred from and to.
Oh.
And there's nothing scanned in to track it. So I'm hoping you have a better readable map and you can just point it out to me.
I do. I have a large copy of the map.
Do you just have one copy of that or
Yes.
are there?
Yeah, that's all that's in here, and then I guess there's that small version.
I think staff had a hard time trying to scan that, and that's why I've got a blurry something.
Okay, there's a little in the referral packet. There's a little like 11 by 17 version, black and white version.
Where is the land changing on that?
So it is in the very southwestern corner of that northern parcel, APN 034-31028. You'll see there's a tiny little circle and it says see detail. And then down at the bottom there's just that tiny little square. It's like
What are those numbers? Like how much space, how big is that? I can't read.
225 square feet.
Oh, geez. So in that little circle, there's 225 square feet moving from the north to the south?
Correct. Oh, yeah, 15 feet by 15 feet is all it is. Did you have any other comments about that, or are you still deciding?
I was just looking at it. I've been out there and we've put a couple wells out there very recently. I'm just making sure that this section is not where they are. I don't think it is. All right, I'm all set.
Okay, so no comment.
No comment.
Okay, transportation.
No comment.
Okay, and planning is just recommending standard conditions. So can I get a motion?
Just a minute, let me write this down. Okay. I move that we approve boundary line adjustment 2021-0034 with standard conditions.
I
All in
second that.
favor? Sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, agenda item 2B, boundary line adjustment 2021-0038 for Woody Heckeroth and Mark Thies. This is a boundary line adjustment to transfer .57 acres from Lot 2 to Lot 1 to meet setbacks around an existing garden. This is 1.3 miles east of Dos Rios on either side of State Route 162 at 51110 Covelo Road. Is there anybody here for this item?
No.
Did you say,
Okay.
what's the boundary line number on this one?
38, 2138.
You know, my agenda only has 38 and 43 on it. How did that even happen?
So you didn't have 34?
Not on it. I had 2A and 2B.
There was the original agenda that was sent out only had 2 boundary line adjustments, and then the one on there was an updated one to the website.
I would have given.
Okay.
her the updated one.
Just because we added this one, remember?
Nonetheless, I would have given her that,
Yeah.
so. Well, the 34 was the one that we just did.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I found it in Trackit. It is on the one that we're doing today, but the copy that EH got didn't have it on there. So I was wondering how that happened. But I don't have comments on this boundary line adjustment.
Okay, transportation?
No comment?
Okay, so planning does have one special condition because one of these properties is in Williamson Act. So we're adding special condition 7, which is that a notice of partial non-renewal of the Williamson Act shall be filed for that portion being transferred from Lot 2 to Lot 1. So can I get a motion?
In a minute. Special planning condition number 7 regarding Williamson.
Partial non-renewal of the Williamson Act.
Partial non-removal of non-renewal.
Correct. Yeah, just for that portion being transferred, because it's going to a non-contracted property, so it has to come out.
Non-renewal. Okay. I recommend that we approve boundary line adjustment 2021-0038 with special planning condition number 7 regarding the partial non-renewal of the portion of the property that is in the Williamson Act.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, our last item, agenda item 2C, boundary line adjustment 2021-0043 for R. Stewart Yulee and Jamie Dean Allen. This is a boundary line adjustment to transfer 2.5 acres from Lot 2 to Lot 1. 6.8 miles northeast of Leggett on the east side of Bell Springs Road at 63045 Bell Springs Road, Laytonville. So is there anyone here for this application? Guess no. Okay, environmental health,
No comments.
transportation.
No comments?
Okay, and planning does have a special condition as this one, on this one as well. related to the existing and apparently some more proposed ag exempt structures. There's a number of hoop houses on the property, and I believe that was kind of the purpose for the boundary line adjustment, to get those all into one lot. So planning is recommending special condition 7. All property lines must maintain a minimum of 50-foot setback from all ag exempt structures. And that's really just kind of a reminder.
I was just looking at that map. Is it because the scale is too iffy?
Yeah, you're talking about that eastern boundary line?
Yes.
I suspect that's the issue, because these were a bunch of those CC lots that they did years ago, and a lot of them are just sectionalized, so none of this is surveyed.
Okay, so you would like special condition 7 requiring a 50-foot setback to structures and the property line.
Right, and that's already required under the building code. I just wanted to put it in here to memorialize it for this adjustment.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got it right. All right, I move that we approve boundary line adjustment 2021-0043 with special planning condition number 7 requiring a 50-foot setback to structures and the property line.
I second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so that brings us to agenda item 3. There are no minor subdivisions. There are no pre-application conferences. Agenda item 5. Are there any matters from staff?
Yeah, transportation has something we'd kind of want to bring up and discuss possibly.
Sure.
Just kind of in a general sense for minor subdivisions, after we place our conditions, if the tentative map changes significantly, we feel that it'd probably be best to re-refer it out to the different departments, so that way we have a chance to review if it's a substantial change, because it may affect our conditions.
So you mean if it changes not related to transportation's conditions, but for some other reason, if it changes, then you'd like to see it referred out again?
Yeah, like for an specific example, with Apperson's subdivision, we reviewed based off a specific parcel configuration, and our conditions reflect a certain parcel configuration, and then later on the parcel lines changed and our conditions no longer make sense because the parcel lines changed kind of drastically, and now our conditions no longer make sense anymore.
Okay, so what should be happening is, if anytime the tentative map changes, both transportation and environmental health should get an updated copy of it. If it's a minor change, just a couple feet here and there, or kind of changing the orientation of a line, typically we'll just refer that back out to you guys, just for your review. If it is a significant change, then they would have to pay a modification fee, and they would go through that whole process again. But it sounds like you didn't get an updated copy when Apperson made some of these changes. Huh?
Not until here recently, after looking on the final map.
Yeah, it was when Mike was doing the final map check that the discrepancy came to light.
Okay.
So it almost got approved the way it was. And they changed it so that one of the lots didn't touch the part of the road where it would have touched. In which case they would have had to pay way more road than what they did, have to widen it out, all that. And they avoided doing all that by changing the lot configuration before, and then they changed it back, basically. And so they dodged all our extra requirements because for a while they were saying they were doing less work.
Okay.
And this doesn't ring a bell to me. I don't think because EH has, square footage requirements for a lot of our water and septic requirements. So if the square footage changes, we would potentially have to change our requirements also. And I would like to take a look at this one and make sure I don't have to revise any of mine. I was just going through the shared drive to see if I could pull it up real quick.
So I know that Rad had been working on this one a lot because the initial map showed a well that didn't actually exist. And there was a lot of confusion because there's 2 different wells and 2 different houses, and the easement sort of crisscrossed, and they had a proposed septic in one of the well transmission lines, and there were a lot of issues with it. And I think that we got that squared away with the updated map, and Rad was looking on that. But it sounds like transportation didn't get that copy, so we need to deal with that.
So this is last year?
I think it's a 2017, isn't
It's
it?
a 2017, I think number 8.
That'd be why I don't remember it.
It's been around for a while.
2017 8. Okay, I'll pull it and make sure that we have.
Okay, Alex, I'll follow up with you after the meeting. And
Perfect, sounds good.
Okay, so that's all I have. And if we don't have any other business, then let's get a motion for adjournment.
I motion we adjourn.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
See you guys next month.
Yeah.